Okay, today we are playing a game on Nepal. We are playing McCree the entire way through, and this is actually a quick play game, so you know the SR's everywhere, and we don't care about our team comp, the usual fare. We are also on the console today, the PS4, it looks like, so if that matters to you at all, consider yourself forewarned, and let's start the game. So we're on Shrine to begin with. The email specifically asked for advice on positioning and other not so obvious things, so we'll try and focus on that as it goes by. So here we see Sombra, and we miss Sombra quite a few times. Now we're going to get into one of those fights with the Mercy over there. This is the old patch, by the way. Old Mercy, old Diva, if you're curious. Right after we had a new one, right back to the old one. So we've been fighting Mercy for what feels like 3 days at this point, which, you know, it happens. Feels bad, man. And quite a few of our team are dead, but it's been so long they're actually getting back already, so it doesn't matter anymore. We are trying to kill the pharmacy, as you typically have to do as McCree. We've got a Symmetra running around over here, as you might have noticed as well. We've fallen down here, which is not where we want to be. Can't quite make that jump, unfortunately. And now I've got to come all the way around. Sombra already had her ultimate, and she's used that, but not too terribly much comes of it. We managed to just pop out and kill Genji. So, we've not really done very much this whole fight, which is basically just because we fell off the edge, because we were after the pharmacy, which, and you know, we do want to do as McCree, but then we ended up falling down. So, don't fall down is the advice on that one. Oh, very, very helpful, I know. Just throw your flashbang in the middle of these two people, because comes up right there. Just stun them both. Oh, punch the shit out of the microphone. Little bit of an overreaction. Yeah, just not the best use of company resources that I've ever seen in my life. Oh, fuck, Mercy. No, wouldn't recommend that one. Maybe just try and shoot the Mercy instead. Just like throw your flashbang in the middle of the two people though, like right there. You'll get both of them. Symmetra's in there as well. She'll microwave them. It'll be a good time. We throw it at the Mercy and then, don't do that. So, here's Genji again. Our flashbang is down right now, so we don't want to deal with that. We're also low HP, so we back right the fuck up. Genji's gonna use his Dragon Blade right here, and he comes right out at us. Just like, move forward, stun this man. We come forward to do it eventually anyway, once our roll is off cooldown. We got the benefit of seeing him coming, it's okay. Just like, go up and stun him. Decisive play. If you go up and do it a little bit faster, maybe Zenyatta survives, which can be a big thing, you know. Generally, having your supports alive is going to be pretty important. So, we've lost D.Va. D.Va's our only tank. Soldier's fucking dead. This is a quick play, so, you know, we've got a lot of people just, like, floating around the sides, not a whole lot of grouping and such happening. As is tradition, we've got a Symmetra running around, even though we're on King of the Hills. Zenyatta's just killed their entire team, so good job, Zenyatta. It's, you know, it's kind of scary to do, but like, if you back up a little bit and just throw the flashbang a bit to the side of him, like, you'll stun the Genji out of the deflect, which is something that eventually you need to know how to do. So, you want to try and do it until you get the spacing down on it, basically, because sooner or later you come to a point where you have to be able to stun the Genji out of the deflect without, you know, risking stunning your entire team. So, positioning, we shouldn't be over here. We're slowly we're on their side of the map, which we don't really want to be doing at all, unless we're playing a flanker, but McCree, last I checked, does not fall into that category. We shouldn't be over here. And now we've ended up in this awkward position where the enemy team is starting to recollect. Oh, we're getting into a fight with the pharmacy, which is also bad time. And we just shouldn't be over there. Like, we're not allowed to be on that side of the map as McCree, so we should not have been over there. We got caught and we got punished. And as should happen. So Sombra's using her ult. Oh, here's Reaper. Missed Reaper. Feels bad. We do see Pharah ulting up there. Like, I know that Reaper's just popped out in front of us. He's looking this way. He ain't looking at us. This, little bit more concerning. So, instead of trying to get this guy, kill this lady first, then deal with this dude. Because the person who's ulting takes a slightly higher priority. So she's floating out to us. She's killed Soldier. That feels bad. Most of our team, currently dead. Mercy, well, we shouldn't even really be up here. Mercy's standing on the point with her pistol out, fucking ready to fight. She's ready for that Valkyrie change, goddammit. She wants to fight. She's also been hacked, so she's not really doing very much right now. Our team's starting to recollect behind us. Between us and the Battle Mercy, we've managed to kill the people that were still over here, miraculously. Oh, they're alive again. Oh, Reaper's not there. Shoot him in the fucking kneecap. Feels good, man. That's why you play McCree. For that moment right there, where you roll forward and you're just like, ping. Feels good, man. That's like the reason to pick McCree over Soldier. If you play McCree, sometimes you just get to feel like an absolute god. So Genji, like, this is a very questionable play. Even regardless of the fact that we shoot him in the fucking face, just running right into the mech like, I'll fucking fight the explosion, watch me. Didn't really go very well for him. I mean, he never got to the point where he could have even fought the explosion. Maybe he'd prove me wrong, who knows. I do remember, that's also why you play McCree, right there. I do remember seeing this clip of a nano-boosted Genji deflecting in front of self-destruct, and he took 0 damage. It was very odd, to say the least. Didn't quite kill the Mercy, unfortunately. Here we do throw it at the Genji, but we're a little bit too close, so he actually stuns our team, but it's okay because the Symmetra turret kills him anyway. And most of their team is dead, you know, it's not really going spectacularly for them. For the, you know, she's not looking at us. We can just walk a little bit closer and throw the flashbang at her. Because if you flashbang someone, someone comes into flashbang range, flashbang them and kill them. Did we kill Sombra by accident right there? No, okay. I thought she was invisible and we just, like, managed to kill her while she was invisible because I didn't see her. No, she was there. Alright, so, you know, enemy team sort of kept coming at us one by one after a point, so, you know, it wasn't so difficult after we actually got control of the point. Oh, look, here's Genji. It's a little bit late for those sick Dragon Blade plays. They don't really, work out. So, now we're on, Village, which is my least favorite map in the game. Well, my least favorite, King of the Hill map, I should say, because my least favorite map is Horizon. And then my second least favorite is, Eichenwald. So, they still have Pharah. She's up there all by her lonesome. She's fucking dead now. Doesn't she feel bad about that one? And here we just aim by moving instead. It's significantly easier to aim at somebody by just moving. Because, well, it's a very consistent angle, you know. So, they have a Bastion now. This becomes a bit of a sticking point later. Bastion's now dead, so no longer an issue. Here's Genji. We stun Genji. I don't usually talk about, like, aim-related things because, it tends to not be very helpful. In this sort of position, like, don't bother jumping. Because, like, if you're in a position where, like, you being quite precise matters, but, like, and moving around doesn't really gain you very much, just, like, you've stunned the D.Va as well, you can just stand still and take the extra time to, like, aim at his head instead of walking back and jumping. There's a similar line of thinking where, like, if Winston's in your face tasing you, there's no point, like, jumping around and trying to juke, because Winston's gonna hit you regardless, so you might as well just, like, continue moving away from him, but there's no point, like, jumping or rolling around or anything, because if that's just gonna make it harder for you to aim. Doesn't matter if you juke him, instead you can just, like, focus on, instead of dodging, you can focus on just shooting him in the face instead. Really low HP, really scary. Could have just thrown the flashbang at D.Va to get the finishing blow on her. And the flashbang pretty fucking easy to hit. So we've let Baby D.Va slink away with like 3 HP. Had the opportunity to kill her. She dies anyway, so ends up not mattering, but can matter. Farah now fucking dead because she was trying to fight the team like 2v6, didn't really work out. We end up missing. Like, honestly, just like walk up behind the dude and flashbang him. Like, don't... My train of thought in that kind of situation is like, don't risk it. Don't even risk it. Like, the dude's free. Just make it as free as possible, basically. And don't, like, give him even the opportunity to escape. Cause we still have it, we can instead flashbang the Winston, and then Mercy fucking going in, ready to fight. I'll show this fucking monkey. Scientist. Sorry, my bad, I forgot. So, they're staggering in at us one by one. Their tank's dead right now. Here comes their other tank, but she's kind of just started running at us. Then was like, maybe that's not such a good idea. Oh, but she's thinking about doing it again, and now her fucking mech is broken, and Mercy's gonna fucking go in again, goddammit. Mercy might have the most eliminations on the team at this point. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen her not holding her gun at this point. Saw Reaper's pellets flying by, came back to get him. Unfortunately, did not kill him. Kinda hard to kill Reaper, with the flashbang because he has 250 HP. Assuming he's at full HP, that is. Winston, running around over here, Primal Rage. Didn't kill Reaper again, feels bad, man. We missed him. Our whole team's dead right now, so we shouldn't be over here anymore. This is not a good use of company resources because there's exactly one other person alive right now. So even if we killed this Genji, whatever, and then we forget Bastion's in the game, this becomes an issue later where we keep forgetting that Bastion is in the game, and Bastion keeps killing us. Well, our team at large, really. So, but we just shouldn't have been over there at that point because the whole team was dead, basically. So it's not going to work out unless somehow they all kill themselves on your high noon, which is not exactly a consistent dream, I would say. Almost killed Junkrat, didn't quite kill Junkrat, feels bad. There is still a Bastion on the map, so here's Bastion. Oh god, Dragonblade, though, kinda takes higher priority, actually, so we change to him. Oh, that's a really scary maneuver. Fortunately, the Bastion, just decides that he's gonna change into a tank. If he didn't change into a tank, he probably would have actually killed us, because we're just, roll into him point blank. Don't need to do that, because we can just, sit here, and we can shoot him. And if he starts shooting us, we can just peek around the corner again. But this is a much more dangerous maneuver. Turns out there's also a Junkrat sat on his head, so we're pretty lucky to have survived rolling into that position, actually. Here comes D.Va. D.Va's not allowed to do this. Her mech was 1 HP and her whole team was dead, and now she's dead as well. It's minorly staggered compared to everyone else, but they've been staggering themselves whole game, so is staggering them even a bonus when they've been staggering themselves the entire round, Here comes Genji. Genji's not allowed to do that. Mercy's killed him again. Mercy's fucking going in, goddammit. Unfortunately, he lived with 1 hit point and managed to kill us. We do lose this round, by the way, if you're curious, so don't worry, you can buckle in for a while. On it, positioning, that's the thing you specifically, mentioned in the email. For the most part, has been fine, really. Our team didn't come up here on that. We shouldn't do this. This is, not really allowed because our whole team is currently dead. Here comes Winston. Here's a sort of subtle thing, where we start, going around to the left-hand side. There's a large health kit in the room behind us. If we just keep going back that way, we can try to pick it up. Because ideally, where every health kit is on the map. So, ideally, you should just be able to, back up onto the health kit and pick it up. And if you pick up the health kit, you still don't win because he does that, but you have a significantly higher chance of killing him if you just back up and pick up the health kit. Health kits are pretty important. Oh, come out of the portal, a little disorientated because it's kind of pointing, a weird way, which they tend to be. If you're playing Symmetra, turn around place the teleporter so the exit is facing where you want to go when you come out of the teleporter. Don't make people appear and go, where the fuck am I? And have to, like, turn around. Just, like, point it at the objective. Takes half a second to rotate yourself 180 degrees. I get unjustifiably upset when I come out of a teleporter and it's facing the wrong way, which is basically every time I go through a teleporter. Don't do it. Don't do it if you play Symmetra. Just turn around. So, most of our team is currently dead. Mercy, still fighting, still going in, ready to fight. Genji, not exactly a great idea of a play, really. I do love when Genjis do that, though. It comes across as so incredibly desperate, doesn't it? Just like, oh, please, kill yourself on me, and it almost never works. This is a position where, like, we could just take, like, instead of jumping away from him, he's gonna get stunned. We can just, like, take the extra half second to, like, stand here and aim at his head, rather than juking back away from him. And then he just dashes over there. So our whole team is dead right now, basically. However, we're about to lose the round, so we have to keep going in and fighting anyway. Oh, fuck right, Bastion's in the game. We were fucked regardless. Doesn't really matter at that point. Because most of our team was, in fact, dead. So, now we're going on to Sanctum, which is a really good map to play McCree on, because you can just sit on the rim all game and have the time of your life. Similar bag with, like, half the heroes in the game, in fact. McCree, Soldier, Zenyatta, Ana, Orisa, Hanzo, Widowmaker, all just sit on the rim of the map and you have the time of your life, and that's basically what we do this entire game. They still have their Bastion, by the way. I guess Bastion also can just sit on the rim and theoretically have the time of his life. So D.Va's just gotten booped off the map, which is, of course, very tragic. That's one of my favorite things in the game, though, when you push a D.Va off the map, and then they hit the kill plane, and it just goes tick, 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 tick. That's one of the best sounds in the entire game. So, their Winston killed himself. Great job, Winston. So, we traded tank for tank, in a very roundabout fashion. So they do have a Bastion still. We're a little far away to really be able to fight the Bastion properly, because McCree's range is not as long as Soldier's. This is kind of more where you want to try and stand as McCree, because you're a little bit closer, and you can, like, defend yourself if somebody appears right on top of you. Winston, not the most advised angle in the world right there. This is a kind of minor thing. Your Flashbang actually significantly slows people when it hits them now. So if you see a Winston coming at you at this angle where, like, he looks like he's gonna fall off the map, but he might not, flashbang the dude so that you make sure he falls in the pit instead of making it to the rim. And you're probably not gonna need to use your flashbang in the near future, because game plan on Sanctum is to sit on the rim and just shoot at people who go on the point, which is pretty much what we do this entire round. Positioning for the most part in this game was, like, fine. There was the part on Shrine where we're starting to really feel it, Mr. Krabs, and we start going over to the second map, the other half of the map, which is not recommended, and we got punished for that one. But this round we basically just sit here the entire time. Village is kind of a crapshoot anyway, where we could have tried to contest the high ground more on Village, I'll say that, but at the same time, if your team doesn't go and stand up there with you, it's generally pretty hard to do that anyway. And this round we just follow standard procedure. D.Va blocks that, feels bad, man. This is all D.Va, so she can just kind of hold it there for a while. Most of our team is currently dead. They now have a Symmetra. Symmetra is now dead. Even though they're, like, winning the fight, they suddenly start losing the fight, even though almost none of us are still alive. It's Overwatch is an odd game like that sometimes. But, we should just, like, be backing out, really. Like, right, like, we're already, like, I've pushed back, like, 4 times, and we're still, like, too far out. Like, our team is dead at this point. We shouldn't still be doing this. We should just be backing out to wait for our team to regroup, because most of them are currently dead. And if most of your team is dead, that's usually time to start backing up, not be going in, as we have been doing. I forgot we were on console for a second, so I saw, like, Sora and 4 numbers, and I was like, why you gotta do that, dog? Teleporter facing mostly the correct direction, so we won't berate her for that one. We'll just tut as we come out, and I'm still kind of facing the wrong way. So we've managed to reappear, and by the time we reappear, they're basically all kind of dead anyway. So we get to just sort of take part and be like, I did this. Their Pharah, not really been having a fantastic game, mostly because, like, she's playing against a Soldier, McCree, and a Zenyatta, so, and a D.Va as well. So it's gonna be a hard match for the D.Va, frankly. So Genji's doing this, like, roll up, roll to him, flashbang. You're behind him right now, so there's basically 0% chance of him deflecting it. We've got a bit of a justice leak in the pipes behind the point, and our whole team is dead again. So, Soldier's deciding to use Tac Visor, even though our whole team is dead right now. We shouldn't be over here. We should be trying to leave. Although, honestly, if I'm, like, in this position, and I know as many people are as dead on my team as there are right now, I throw myself off the edge. Because you come out here, like, pretty easy to die if you're all by yourself, and we just want to recollect with the team as quickly as possible. But they don't kill us, we just kind of walk our way back. Soldier has died right as our team is regrouping, because, I mean, of course he has. Don't quite flashbang the Reinhardt, which is unfortunate. Maybe it saved D.Va's life, which, unless you're close enough to stop the pin with it, probably doesn't happen. So, whatever, D.Va's dead, and pretty unlikely we fix that, honestly. So they have a Hanzo, and I just want to emphasize his shame with that scatter arrow. Because watch. Not quite how it works. Not quite what you're meant to do. You're meant to throw it at their feet, not your feet. So, we've heard Bastion turn into a tank, and that right there, that strikes me as the panic reaction. Oh, fuck, he's right here. Oh, God. No, not actually there. Okay, never mind. Just gonna back out. Nothing happened. This is a very brave High Noon, because we're, like, just barely out of the range to not die to the self-destruct. I would not have had the stones to try and do that, because I would be too afraid of dying right after starting High Noon. But we ended up getting 3 kills as a result of it, and almost a D.Va as well. This is the first time we've come to stand on the point, and this is actually where we want to stand on the point, because we want to make sure that we kill the remaining people on their team, since most of them were in fact dead. However, now we want to be backing up as quickly as possible, but instead we go further in. We came onto the point and it was justified, but now we don't want to be on the point anymore. But it's okay, they don't come and stand on the point anymore, so we get to just win the game anyway. So, very quick play game, if you catch my drift. Who got play of the game? That's a fucking long name. It's a shutdown, so this is probably going to be actually fairly sad. Oh yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's a double shutdown actually, isn't it? Because he was turning into a tank as well. He's upset about that one. It was still really lucky that we survived that one, frankly. So, honestly, like, positioning was mostly fine. I will say on Village, we could have tried to contest the high ground more, because that's, what you want to do on high ground. Or on Village, rather. I mean, on high ground, that's also true. But on Village, rather, you want to usually do that. But at the same time, if your team is not standing up there with you, you generally don't get to actually control the high ground, because the enemy team comes out of their side on the high ground, and well, now you just have to leave again anyway, because they're all right there and you're by yourself. Sanctum, we follow proper procedure basically the entire game, which is just stand on your side of the rim and shoot at them. Assuming you're a long-range hero. If you're Reaper, don't do that, because that'll be slightly suboptimal. Mostly fine. The thing that stands out the most is that, we are going in. We don't back out when most of our team is dead. Basically ever. We continue going in, generally, in fact. Part of that could probably because it's, a quick play game, but if we as soon as like 2 people in your team are dead, or no one on their team is dead, it's usually time to start leaving. But we're like at numbers, disadvantages, and continue going in quite frequently, which is not not good. So that's basically what stands out. Positioning was like pretty fine. Don't ult when most of your team is dead either. Not good. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.